Feng Shui, to me and to many Feng Shui practitioners, is actually real estate. Because for people to purchase a house, of course, we mentioned about harmonize. So you want the five elements to work for you, not against you. So for us to go to a property, we look at a site as if it's too bright, if it's too even we count a smell. If it's too smelly, that's bad Feng Shui. Okay, if the place is too windy, or all kind of stuff which is too heavy, we want to harmonize it. So we want to balance out all the five elements. So for example, let's talk about water, because Feng Shui, the Chinese Shui means water, and water means wealth and health. And also because a lot of big cities, if you observe big cities, they're always located near a big body of water. For example, New York, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Vancouver, Toronto, San Francisco, all these big cities, Sydney, London, have a big river that cuts across. That brings a lot of water through it. So that means wealth and health. So those people who live in these areas will congregate and do well. So this is what the basic concept of how I tell my clients of why they should observe these elements.
I see. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
What kind of tips for the audience to know their current condition of their space, if that's the case?
Well, tips. I mean, there's thousands of books out there in the internet and bookstores and stuff. But basically, tips is to observe if you have, like for example, like I put out a photograph the other day, which you see it here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is one thing I bring out, because the other day I was looking at this property the other day, and I saw a huge high power tension tower next to a property. By the way, this is UK, so I took this as a reference. So this place was just have this huge high power cables, and you have strong electricity current going through. Although the scientific world, scientists say there's no interference on health into humans, but for us, I think the other way, because you have what they call the electromagnetic field, the EMF, which you don't see it, but it's an energy. So like Feng Shui, we're talking about energy. You're talking about invisible energy. When the thing goes through your body, you don't even know it. And that's something you should observe. So for me, I would say move away from.
I see.
Especially if you are a fiery person. If you say I have a strong sign of a fire, you don't want to have a clash with this high power tension line, because this electricity means fire. You see, so we want to.
I mean, like that photo is interesting because, in my head right away, if it's an industrial building that does data center or something that require a lot of energy, that's very efficient. So I was like, look at it, I was like, that shouldn't be a house. It should be living there. If anything, it should be like a data center, some kind of business oriented that require very low cost of like electricity and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. So if that's the case,
but sometimes there's sometimes there are exceptions to this, because if your profession is into that needs fire, some profession represent fire. So if you're a lack of these, it's no problem. But for the majority, avoid this high power tension line, because they are what we know already. It's cancer prone.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't put my family under the house like this.
I get it.
If you ask me.
Yeah. So what are some things that, like, let's say the audience kind of know that, something is going on, something is not doing well in the Feng Shui for the real estate, for example. How does the audience can do to help for their own space?
Normally, when I visit a premises or a property, I will look at the setting. So if, say, for example, a residential, so the most important thing is the place that you spend most of the time. So we go to the bedroom first. So you sleep for 6 to 8 hours, I presume, and you spend a few hours there. So I go into the bedroom and have a look at the bed setting. And some people doesn't have the natural instinct of where they should sleep. So I go in and sort of jiggle around and see what I can do with the bed. So if it's in the wrong position, the wrong spot, I would tell them to change to a different spot. And especially for places like Hong Kong where the rooms are small. And a lot of problems, another tip here, a lot of problem with Hong Kong's apartments is that the bathroom door faces the room, of course, for convenience. But on the other hand, it has a negative effect because the bathroom door faces your bed. So
Okay.
that's bad.
I
That's
see.
really bad for you.
So yeah, sorry about that. So in that case, right, because I'm sure, because like right away, I flow my friend's like bedroom facing a bathroom, for example, right? What kind of things would you do for that situation?
Okay, that's when I have to go visit the site and look at where the bed is facing in relative to the compass. So I have to pull out like one of these Feng Shui compass,
Oh, okay.
which I have. There's no one quick fix rule if you have a bathroom facing your bed. So I have to go in and check which direction your door is facing. So this is getting a little more technical. But generally, I would say if you don't have me to visit your house, close the door of your bathroom.